In this video, I'm gonna show you how to bounce back after a brutal breakup and end up dating hotter women than your ex. Look, I know that might sound too good to be true because I've been there. I know exactly how it feels to date a girl and go through a breakup and think to yourself, bro, I'm never gonna get it better than that. Like, that was my one shot at dating a woman of that caliber, and it only goes downhill from here. There's no way I can level up and meet someone better than her. I was in your shoes, bro. I was with this girl who was an absolute rocket. Blonde haired, blue eyed, super fit dancer. And at the time, she was the hottest girl I'd ever dated. In fact, she was so hot that I looked past a ton of red flags in our relationship because I was just so worried about screwing up and losing her. After almost a year of dating, she ended up cheating on me and hooking up with her personal trainer at the gym. And that destroyed me, bro. It was devastating. But what's crazy is at the time, I believed that that was the best I would ever get. There was no way I could possibly rebound from that and date a woman on her level. And you might feel the same way going through a breakup right now. And it's tough to escape that mindset, bro. Fucking sucks. Now, fast forward to present day, a few years later, and I date a woman who's hotter, more feminine, more caring and loving than her, like once a week, bro. I meet these girls all the time. In fact, it's at the point now where if she was one of my options, she'd probably be lower on the list, which is crazy to think about. Like, if I could take a time machine a few years back and tell a younger Hunter, like, bro, this is nothing. Like, you're gonna be dating way hotter, more high value women in just a few years, I would have thought you were bullshitting me. So how did I get from a brutal breakup with the girl of my dreams, the hottest girl I'd ever hooked up with, to a point where I wouldn't even bat an eye at her if she passed me on the street because I'm dating much more beautiful women now? Well, bro, I had to figure out this game, and it took me a few years to level up in a lot of areas of my life to get to the point where dating became easy. And I started this channel because I don't want guys to go through years of trial and error like I did to figure this out. I want to help you guys get right to the finish line, create an abundant dating life, and have dating actually in your control. You know, a lot of guys, myself included back in the day, we date from a place of scarcity. The one girl that will give us the time of day, we make her our girlfriend, regardless of her red flags, right? I'm sure you can relate. And we do that because we're just dating from a place of scarcity, right? When you don't have a lot of options, you take whatever option you can get. And a lot of the time when you're making any decision in life from a place of scarcity, you're not making an optimal decision, and it's gonna end up burning you in the end, as it did for me. One of my clients, Michael, was going through this exact scenario. Michael's in his late 30s, almost 40, and he was dating this absolute rocket, like a 23-year-old baddie. They dated for quite a while and actually ended up moving in together. A few months into living together, she decided that this relationship wasn't for her anymore and spontaneously just left and moved to a different city and just left him with a lot of insecurities and unanswered questions.
I had broken up with a girlfriend of a couple years. We were living together. I mean, I kind of thought that that was going to be the one. So like the first month outside of that was pretty rough, you know, and it was just like dreading the idea of having to go back into dating again and like meet new people.
You might be going through this too right now, where you have a breakup where there's just no closure, and it's all you want is to just know, like, what did I do wrong? What could I have done better to keep this woman in my life? And after this breakup, Michael was pretty lost. When he came to me and said, Hunter, like, I want you to be my coach. I want you to help me through this. He'd gone through months of trying to figure it out on his own, swiping on dating apps, and the women that he was matching, he wasn't very attracted to. But what's crazier is that these unattractive women on dating apps were even giving him a hard time, right? They were just constantly shit testing him in the messages, bailing on dates. And when he did go on dates with them, they just seemed uninterested.
There's something wrong because I know I can do better than the girls that I'm matching with, and the ones that I'm going on dates with don't seem excited to be there. And I don't know why, because it's like they should have no reason to not be excited to be with me. Like, I got my shit together.
He had everything going for him, and he couldn't understand why this dating thing was just such an issue that he couldn't really crack. So we brought him in for coaching and a profile makeover. And at first, he was skeptical. After trying to figure it out on your own and failing for so long, anyone would be skeptical. You might be skeptical watching this video right now, thinking like dating apps are rigged, dating is rigged against men right now, like it's pointless to even try. And there's probably a lot of evidence to support that feeling. You've probably tried to put yourself out there on dating app and you're matching with nothing but war pigs on there. And look, bro, I get it. 80% of guys are going through the same thing that you're going through. And I say this with confidence because not only have I gone through this, but I've helped thousands of guys around the world go through this, is that if you figure out how to optimize your online profile, you literally play the game on easy mode. Michael's photos before weren't terrible, but they weren't very strong either. He just kind of looked like a normal, average guy.
I mean, my profile was getting some dates, but most of them weren't anybody that I was interested in dating. So it was just kind of, I need to do something to fix this.
But to date high value women, you can't appear as an average guy. You want to put yourself out there as a guy who goes to interesting places, does interesting things, and is fun to be around. Another thing that kind of compounded Michael's trouble with this situation is that he was balding. His hairline was receding, he was kind of holding on to it, and we gave him the tough advice, like, bro, you gotta let it go, man. You gotta shave the head and go full bald mode. I think for any man who is experiencing hair loss, that can be something that we really hold on to for as long as possible. And he was very, very hesitant to shave his head. But when he finally did, he looked like 3 or 4 points more attractive. Now, after this looks maximization coaching, we actually flew out to meet with me and my team for a profile makeover photo shoot. And the photos turned out incredible. The goal for Michael's photo shoot was to show him as an adventurous, outgoing, fun guy who has a lot going for him. And that's literally who Michael is. But his old photos didn't really present him in that way. Instead of taking the 5 to 6 least crappy photos on his camera roll, Michael decided to take decisive action and put his best foot forward on these apps by doing a profile makeover with us. And the results were insane. Michael went from being a skeptical guy who'd almost just given up on dating just because of bad experiences, thinking he would never meet a woman as hot as his ex, to matching with literal 10 out of 10s like every single day. He's been blowing up our Discord every day with all the matches that he's getting. 2 days after we gave Michael his new photos, he posted this in the Discord, said, "I never imagined I'd be getting likes like these. Thanks, Hunter." And they're just absolute rockets. The following day, he sent another message in the Discord saying, "I haven't sent out a ton of likes because I got a sinus infection or something from my flight home. Need to figure that out before I start going on dates. My Bumble has 300 plus likes. And every day I get like 10 likes on Hinge from incoming likes. All matches from the last not even 2 days." So within 2 days of uploading these new photos, Michael went from literally matching nothing but war pigs on these dating apps to matching absolute rockets. And remember, he's in his late 30s, almost 40, and he's matching beautiful women who are at least 10 years younger than him.
I would have never imagined that it would like go from like 3s to like 9s right away and like within 4 days. That was just kind of unbelievable. I'm very happy that I did it because I mean, just the girl that I saw yesterday, and then the 2 that I have like later this week. I'm like, I just never thought I'd ever be on a date with the girl at fucking hot. It took 4 days.
And look, bro, like you might look at me and say, okay, Hunter, you're like a 10 out of 10 giga chat. Of course you can go out and date hot girls. But what's working for me is working for guys all around the world who don't look like me. And Michael is living proof of this, right? All you have to do is give yourself permission to change. Give yourself permission to transform and become the best version of yourself. Then take that version of yourself and present it online. Look, bro, breakups aren't easy and it takes time to heal. But I hope by hearing my story and hearing Michael's story, you know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. It does get better, but it requires you to put in a little bit of work. Because after a breakup, if you just give up on yourself and quit on yourself, women are gonna sense that energy and they're not gonna want anything to do with you. But if you take that breakup, use it as fuel to become a better version of yourself, do something like investing in a profile makeover to position yourself properly on these apps, dating literally becomes easy mode. It gets to the point where if your ex came back into your life, you wouldn't even think about her twice. In January, my team and I are gonna be in fabulous Las Vegas for a limited number of profile makeovers. I'm not filling my calendar here because I really want to dedicate as much attention as I can to the clients who fly out and work with me one-on-one. So if you want to apply for a profile makeover with me in Las Vegas, click the link in the description of this video. Apply for your profile makeover right now, and I can't wait to help you level up.
I have such confidence that the next one's gonna be like better than the last one, just hands down. Like it's just gonna not even be a competition. Like if she came back, like I would have a completely different mindset. I'd be like, I get all these other girls that are just begging.
What gives you that confidence?
I'm just looking at the results. I mean, like, Jesus Christ. It's just night and day. The matches that I'm getting are like the likes that I get are like from girls that are like pretty fucking decent. They're all like desirable. That buddy, I think I told you about, that he does pretty damn well. But the caliber of girls that he got were like not even at some of the levels that I'm getting right now, like on a daily basis. And he was looking at my pictures and he was like super jealous. It's hilarious.